Yeah.
I got to know right off the bat, what's the scariest, craziest thing that you've ever removed?
Oh, man. I think most of the time it's the raccoons because they're the most intense animal out of all of them. It has to be the raccoons.
You know, I've always said that too. People all the time ask me, they say, okay, what scares you?
Yeah.
And I'll do raccoons out of attics sometimes.
Right.
And I always tell them, well, the diseases scare me. The diseases you can pick up from animals, that's probably the scariest thing that we have to deal with in our profession.
Yeah.
But freaking raccoons.
Yes.
If it's a dude raccoon, no big deal. They're kind of just like, they're like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Like, oh, dude, there's like drama, so I'm out of here. Dude.
Right, yeah.
But those female raccoons, man.
Yeah.
They're psycho.
With the babies.
Yeah, with the babies.
With
Okay, so what happened? What made you say the raccoons are the craziest you've ever dealt with?
They're just frequent. They're intense. They're fast. They're strong, and they're just really hard to deal with. So I think the most intense part is like pulling them out of an attic by hand or with a snare pole.
Wait, by hand?
With a snare. Yeah.
What?
Snaring them and dragging them out of the attic. Yeah.
That's why you have to lift weights because you're fighting all
dude,
of
just in case. Yeah.
Okay, so I have to know. You've removed them by hand. Okay, so
Yes.
what's that like? What do you do?
It's intimidating. It's actually intimidating because you don't know what's going to happen. Most of the time, actually, they're kind of scared of you, right? Like this big thing with a huge bright flashlight is staring at them. Like they don't really know what's going on, but they fight back no matter what.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult. It's a little intimidating. Once you got them in the snare, it's not too bad because they're at a distance. But still, falling through a ceiling when you're pulling them out, them falling through the ceiling when you're pulling them out, and then having to get them in a cage trap while you're up there. Can all kind of be like a little task to get them out. Yeah. It's kind
Have
of
they
gnarly.
ever attacked you? Have they ever just like said enough of this? And I wear a paintball mask when I go up in those attics. What do you do?
No, just like this T-shirt and I'm up in the attic. T-shirt, shorts, and boots and a snare, and that's it.
So oh my gosh, that is hardcore. So you're like a mountain man in 2020, dude.
Right, yeah.
Okay, wait. So hold on. Wait a second. I'm struggling to wrap my head around this.
Yes.
If somebody calls you and says, I think I have a noise in my attic,
Yeah.
and you conclude that it's a raccoon, you literally just go grab it with your bare hands.
If we can. It depends. Yeah. If we're able to, it depends. They're quick, right? It's an attic. Crawling in attics. It's
okay.
It gets tasking like if they want to run and jump over you and run down your back and take off the other direction, like they can do that, and you can't really maneuver.
Wait a second. You've had a raccoon. Dude. Okay, this sounds like Rumble in the Jungle. What's going on here?
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah.
So they'll jump over you,
around, over, run down your like butt and your legs and take off the other way.
That's okay. So they don't try and bite you.
They don't try and bite. No.
Okay, but you've had them jump. So like if you're halfway in an attic because you just popped your head up into an attic, and it's a small attic, they might run into the customer's house.
No, we'll close it behind us. We close ourselves in the attic. No,
So
specifically.
you lock yourself in the cage.
Yeah.
This is like the octagon in UFC. You lock yourself in the cage with the animal.
Yeah.
This is the most, dude. If masculinity is toxic, you are straight radioactive. You're like, honey, I am gonna lock myself in the freaking attic with this wild animal whose closest living relative is the North American black bear. All right, according to modern taxonomy.
Right.
And I'm not going to let him leave until he's in my bare hands.
Yeah, it's specifically I chased a raccoon around a crawl space underneath for like 2 hours. I'm chasing it and I can't get it. That was the one time I experienced it leap right over me, down my back, and then across to the other side of the crawl space.